Okay, dear students. So now today's topic will be on cathode ray oscilloscope for impulse measurement. Just have a look this. So before going to that cathode ray oscilloscope, another topic is there, that is magnetic links. Sometimes they may ask write a note on magnetic links. So before this, I had discussed regarding Rogowski coil and all. So this magnetic link. So these are the used for the measurement of peak value of impulse. Okay, these links. So for peak value of impulse current, so we are using this. So these links are highly retentively steel strips will be there, made up of steel strips and arranged on circular wheel. Okay, and these strips have the property of remanent magnetism, that is residual magnetism will be there, and current pulse of rate of 0.5 rise and 5 microsecond, that is wave front and wave tail, is same as that of caused by DC current of the same value. Okay, and it is this magnetization, whatever the magnetization takes place here in the form of ferromagnets materials we are using over here, and the strips were kept at a known distance, whatever strips we are using in magnetic link, so it is kept at a known distance from the current carrying conductor. Okay, and it is then measured in the laboratory and the peak value of the current can be estimated. So these are useful for the field measurements and estimating the lightning current also. Okay, and accurate measurement can be done by using number of links if they are connected in series or parallel depending upon that. Okay, so these are about the magnetic links. With this, let us go for next topic, that is cathode ray oscilloscope for impulse measurement. This is important topic. So till now, if you see so many topics, they have connected CRO. So like system, whatever like different systems are connected to CRO. Through CRO, we are seeing the different waveforms and how much we want to measure, that will display in the CRO. Then how actually the CRO it will look, and all. See, the modern oscilloscope for impulse measurement are sealed tube. So these are whatever the oscilloscope will be there. It will be sealed in a tube. That is hot cathode oscilloscope with photographic arrangement will be there for recording the waveforms. Okay, and cathode ray oscilloscope for impulse works normally has an input range will be there. So it input range for the cathode ray oscilloscope will be 5 millivolt per centimeter to about 20 volt per centimeter. Okay, and these are the probes and attenuators. It consisting of, actually there are probes will be there along with attenuators will be there to handle the signals up to 600 kilovolt peak to peak. Okay, and also bandwidth will be there, that is the rise time of oscilloscopes, and the rise time will be 5 nanoseconds, and bandwidth is measure of 500 megahertz. Okay, in this oscilloscope. Okay, and so sometime what happens, the high voltage surges test oscilloscopes, they don't have the vertical amplifier, so that time directly require an input voltage of 10 volt. If it does not require vertical amplifier, then directly we are using a voltage 10 volt. Okay, and they can take a maximum signal of about 100 volts. And see here, these oscilloscopes will be there. These are fitted with good cameras for recording purpose and all. Okay, our name they have given here, Textronics model, that is 7094, is fitted with the lens of 1 to 1.2 Polaroid cameras, which uses 10 ASA film, which possesses a writing speed of 9 centimeter per nanoseconds. This one. Okay, so actually this is the diagram of this oscilloscope. This is the oscilloscope. Cathode ray oscilloscope is fitted with this. This is the input voltage we are applying, and one is the plug amplifier. This is Y amplifier. This is trigger amplifier. Okay, sorry, this is internal delay line actually, and this is trigger amplifier, this is sweep generator, and this is X amplifier. Okay, so this is set up within this cathode ray oscilloscope. With rapidly changing signals, what happens? It is necessary to initiate or start the oscilloscope time base before the signal reaches to deflecting plates. Okay, so otherwise what happens? So the signals may be missed and we can't measure also. Okay, such measurements requires horizontal time base, and it is known as triggering. Okay, such measurement requires initiation of horizontal time base, that is nothing but triggering. Triggering is very important in this case. Okay, so these whatever oscilloscopes are normally provided with both internal as well as external triggering facility will be there. When external triggering is used, the recording of impulses signals is directly fed to activate the time base and then applied to vertical or via deflecting plates. Okay, when external triggering is used, what happens, as with recording of impulses, the signal is directly fed and then applied to vertical or wide deflecting plates will be there through a delay time. Okay, and this delay is usually 0.1 to 0.5 microseconds. Actually, the delay we are obtaining here, depending upon the long interconnecting coaxial cable, will be there 20 to 50 in long, and the required triggering is about from an antenna which induces voltage is applied to a external triggering terminal. And whatever we are applying for the CRO, the measuring signal is transmitted to CRO actually by a normal coaxial cable will be there. Actually, I'm different if you see the whatever till now I have explained, whatever signal if you want to transmit, you have to transmit through coaxial signal. Okay, and the delay is obtained by external connecting coaxial long cable will be there, and delay has to be provided, and necessary arrangement has to be done as what they have done in this system. Okay, and if you see the impulse generator and the time base of CRO is triggered from an electronic tripping devices. So if a first pulse from the devices starts the CRO time base, and after a predetermined time, a second pulse triggers, it will be there, triggers the impulse generator. Okay. So overall, actually here this plug-in amplifier will be there. This is the Y amplifier. Just now I told this is the internal delay line and triggering amplifiers. This amplifier plays a very important role. Triggering has to be done, either can be internal or external. And this is the amplifier which will amplify the signal. This is the sweep generator. We are generating the pulses. Okay, and voltage is applied. First it will pass through plug-in amplifier, then with Y amplifier, then with this cathode oscilloscopes, and if any pulses has to be generated, sweep signals pulses will be there, and triggering, it will trigger through that pulses will be there. That pulses is given to trigger amplifier, that is given to Y amplifier. Okay, different techniques will be there. So this is the one form of cathode oscilloscope setup. Through this we can measure different waveforms, and we can measure the for measurement actually we are doing AC, DC, all measurements will be there. So if that those waveforms can be displayed using this CRO. Okay, sometimes they may ask, explain the cathode oscilloscope for impulse generator. So like this setup with explanation has to be done. Okay, thank you.